We've developed a new geospatial interface here on our Insight to Impact data portal. This interface makes it easier to understand the financial market landscape of each region and country so financial service providers and policymakers can make better informed decisions. You can overlay various types of data on our map to provide rich analysis. You can also upload and manage your own geospatial data on the interface on the portal. This provides a great resource for financial service providers and policymakers to monitor and evaluate in real time the shifts of financial access points. So, let's look at the ways you can use this new interface on the portal. Say you're a regulator who wants to use geospatial data for decision-making and monitoring and evaluation. Let's use Nigeria as the country. The data was captured in 2015 with a population of 185 million. You begin by adding additional layers and you select urban, built-up areas. The areas highlighted in pink are the urban built-up areas throughout Nigeria. You can check it against the urban areas layer. As a regulator, you may want to see people's access to financial services in relation to urban areas, so you select accessibility to cities. The areas in red show signs of difficulty accessing financial services in urban areas, where it could take up to 12 hours to access the services. Now, see whether there are any financial access points in these areas. You return to Sectors and select Finance, and you activate Commercial Banks. The location data appears throughout the map. When you view the footprint, it seems these rural areas aren't served. You can toggle the satellite view to better see what the terrain is like, whether if it's mountainous, a national park, and so on. What if you wanted to know the minimum distance that a person needs to travel to access a commercial bank? You could make use of the commercial bank layer, select Visualizations and select Voronoi. Voronoids are the partitioning of a plane into regions based on distance to access points. Looking at the map, the darker areas have fewer commercial banks with a higher traveling distance to access them. Simply change the terrain back to a light and basic map for ease of viewing. It looks like this whole area is rural, with only a handful of commercial banks in Maiduguri. You can bring in a population layer to confirm this. Indeed, a very small population. So, for this area you have found, there are 1 million people and only 21 commercial banks. 89% of the area is rural, and the minimum traveling distance to a bank is 120 kilometers. You can also use the smart search with predefined locations through Google Maps to find nearby financial services, and you can add a time allocation to that point. To view a region of jurisdiction as a whole, you can access this drop-down list which shows all the jurisdictions that can be grouped. And finally, you can create and view the country report which takes all the location data and brings it into a dashboard view that can be shared with others.